Hello, all you ghost ghouls and goblins out there, and welcome to Dark Souls 3 Remastered. This time around, we're following ghouls through Lordran to see how far we can make it before Dark Souls reminds me why I shouldn't be trusted around cliffs. So grab your Estus flasks, sort your spells, and let's get this adventure started.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark, they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark side brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Alrighty, and welcome to Dark Souls 1. This is Ghoul here. Not to be confused, the words, with Ghost from Dark Souls 3. Right now we are just making our way through here. Damn. You know what? Punch him. Punch him. Punch. This entire area right here is supposed to be guiding you through how to play Dark Souls, you know, how to attack, how to do heavy, light, you know, that kind of thing, how to backstab, which, as you can tell, I am not very good at, how to roll, you know, how to jump, how to lock on, you know, just that kind of thing. But what y'all have seen Dark Souls 3 before, or Dark Souls 1 before, my bad, I'm used to recording for 3 right now, even though I haven't done that in like a month, which I do apologize for. Work has kept me busy. Then you will know most of this stuff. This is Dark Souls 1 Remastered, it's not the original. So it does look a bit cleaner. Now, even though the games have changed, the bosses have changed, my mic has changed if you can't notice, the one thing that has remained consistent is I still got my bloody coffee. Black and delicious. Always better than tea. But as of right now, as you notice, I am starting as a cleric in Dark Souls 3. I am a... There he is. I am a paladin of pyromancer. Anyways, for this boss right here, a lot of what you can do is, if you want, you can start with the black flame firebombs, and if you notice, these just absolutely melt his health here. I dodged that. I swear I dodged that. Because look at this. One more. Boom. Dead. So we're going to remove that from here. Whenever you beat this boss for the first time, you actually get the Demon's Great Hammer, as you can tell. You only receive this if you beat the boss when you first meet him, not if you beat him in general. Now, there are ways to cheese the boss if you're trying to do speed runs and all that other stuff, which I am not. So I will not be showing you these ways. It's just the border ups from my group. Alrighty. Boop. What we are currently trying to do is actually sneak up on this guy right here. Before he can get too far up here. Ah, damn. Anyways, one smack. One smack will do. I was not quick enough. And if you notice, I don't believe I have... No, I do not have my talisman yet. Which is a shame. I cannot use heal until I get my talisman. Now, just like the whole reason I am a pyromancer in Dark Souls 3, for here, I have no idea how to do magic whatsoever. Magic has always been complicated to me, and I've always hated trying to use it. So I'm trying to get better at it. Right now we're going to come talk to him, our friendly little knight here.
You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family, "Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the Undead Asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know." Well, now you know. and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Now
I must bid farewell. I would hate and thank.
Alright. Now he will just rest here. I do believe he does eventually die. I don't remember if he does it while you're sitting here or not, but let's continue on. There he is. He does it when you walk away. Alrighty. Making sure my mic is on so I'm not recording this in complete silence, as I have been known to do sometimes. So we're going to make our way on over this way. Is this my healing talismans? Is this where I get it? There it is. Oh, need to put this in the second slot. You notice this said the caravan talisman, which is how I can perform some of my healings. Come on, come on. Whoa, looks like I need to upgrade my strength, my endurance quite a bit. Because that takes a lot. Holy heck. Now there's actually a fun little guy up here to where if you're good enough with them, you can actually parry him, even though... There it is. There's absolutely no reason to come up here. Because up, you do not have the special key yet. Unless you have to start with the stuff for the thief. The master key, you can then get up there, in which all it provides is an easier way to walk through. It provides you like a swamp ring or something like that, which makes it easier for you to walk through and all that other stuff. But that is not why we are here. We're going to drop down here real quick to that little edge. We're going to drop down to this one, which gives us access back to our wonderful bonfire. Now I can attune magic, but as you can tell, I don't have magic here. The whole way magic works in Dark Souls 1 here, unlike 3, is magic, you actually have set amounts. It works the same way in 2. You have set amount of magics, as you can tell. I have 5 charges of it. The way I believe you increase your charges for magic is by what is it? You increase your charges of magic by, I believe it's increasing attunement? I could be completely wrong, but if you head on down this way around this skinny little edge here, I'm gonna have to put my phone away. You can actually find a large lost soul of the undead, along with the little pickle peas that are right over here. Just pickle pea, you know, those little annoyances. Up here you won't find anything. There's no souls or items you can grab up here, I believe. No, there's nothing up here for that. But you want to make sure you've grabbed everything you can from here, because even though you can come back, and it is a pain to do so, once you walk past this little area here, let me see, good luck, I wish I could appraise it. I forgot how to appraise messages. It won't let me. Yeah. But we walk on over this way.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
Hey, it's a giant raven.
To leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords.
Ah, coffee.
Lordran.
Ah, Lordran. Very pretty. There's the Undead Burg, I see. bloody hell, for a second I thought I heard my phone go off. In Lordran, level up and kindle at bonfires. That is what you're supposed to do. The fun thing about the one here is once you kindle a bonfire, cannot kindle while hollowed. Yes, I am currently hollowed. Let's see if I can get a good look at my character here. As of right now, if you could tell, I am hollowed. I look all gross, and I look like I've been left out in the sun for way too bloody long. The way you reverse hollow is by using humanities, which I am not very much for. Let me see. Explanations, here we go. Then, attunement. That one pertains to the number of attunement slots. Boost miracles and divine weapons. Determines HP. Alright, so what we're going to want to do is put a couple into there and a couple into strength. There we go. We now have 2 attunement slots instead of just 1, which is going to be good. We're going to come talk to this little fella right here.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the Undead Asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the Undead Church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
Now, this little fella right here is actually prominent through all 3 Souls games. Come on over to this little well and you can pick up some more humanities. There is actually quite a bit you can get around here, around the little bonfire here. Come on up, talk to this fella here, which we will need to, because I am a cleric.
I believe we are not. I am Petrus of Tharaland. Have you business with us? If not, I prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
Why, yes, I actually do have business with you.
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we return, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
Now that'll be a copper coin, which will I do believe actually increases our luck of finding stuff.
You again? Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Yes.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods.
I already
Now,
belong to this
let
covenant.
me share. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Now we can learn a gesture from him, which is just shrug, as you can do in most. I believe it's 1 in 3 you can learn gestures from him. I've only known it to happen in this one. I don't remember. My memory is a bit iffy sometimes, but here we have Greater Heal Exert, which is really good. Just takes a bit of time to learn. Homeward, which actually just takes you home. Force can knock people off. Seek Guidance is actually a really good one, and we already have Heal. What we are actually looking for is a better talisman than the one we have. If you notice, one requires 5, and one requires 1,000, one requires 5,000. We're not worried about that.
Come again.
So since we can't exactly afford the talismans here, I can't believe there's nothing here. No, there is not. Alright, so something you can actually do is, if you come on up this way, there should be an item up here, which you can grab. Lost Soul of the Undead. And then, a fun little place is, if you come into here, right? You see this little area here? Just roll down. Yeah, there's actually a way here. The neat thing I find about this is you actually glow slightly. Due to your Estus flask, you actually glow slightly, I do believe. Which is actually a very neat little thing that I've noticed. But roll on down here, and you can come over to the chest back here, find a... It's either a mace or red eyes. Red eyes, that's how you invade other people. Over here should be, I believe, a talisman? Yes, there it is. A morning star and a talisman. Now, if you notice, our mace is actually better than the morning star, which we don't really care about. But, let's see, toggle display. And our canvas talisman is actually better than the one we could buy. Means that will make our miracles a bit more potent. Here is Homeward Bound if you want to get someplace quicker. And over here is a sneaky little chest with, I believe, Lloyd's talisman's in it. And then you can come on down here to the Skelly Bones. In which the fun thing about Skelly Bones is if you kill them with a blunt object, I believe. Alright, so we do not have the strength right now to kill these guys. But you can find a winged spear, a better sword, which I believe is right over here. Over there is a pair of binoculars, which we are not looking forward to right now. Run on up this way, I believe. I might have trapped myself. Shit. There we go. Run on over here for more soul. I've got a round shield. See, I run through here constantly collecting the stuff I collect as I'm showing y'all. And even I don't remember half the stuff I collect. I remember very little, unlike Dark Souls 3 where I played it plenty of times to remember everything. This one I've barely played any. I absolutely love the Souls series, but this I have barely played at all. Now this little church here, you'll actually be going to once you ring the bells. You'll be entering there. Nope, nope. Away from the skeletons. Away from the skeletons. Jump up the ledge. Run, run. There we go. So, actually I do believe the shield is that? No, the shield we got is actually still better. Alright, so a lot of that stuff is actually for if you start as a deprived or a different class. Here we will find a fire keeper, for she cannot speak. She can reinforce our Estus flask though, which is nice. And down here, if we run along this way, yes, I know my stuff is not very good. So if you notice, we have 235 souls. I don't care how many souls I have, because I am actually going to be working on something. I want to show you all a neat little thing. So down here, you can find the elevator, you know, yada yada yada. Take that back up, because I won't be needing it down here again. If you drop down and run on over this way or go down the stairs, you can find more souls. Now, unlike Dark Souls 2, this is also a place you can go if you have had the master key, because it cannot be unlocked from this side. If you have the master key, you can open that up and find not only the lower parts of... find the way into the Undead Burg, not the Undead Burg. Oop. Bloody hell. Like I said, Dark Souls 3 reminded me of bloody ledges. Alrighty, let me get back to where I was real quick. Alrighty, back to where I was. Now, if you notice here, this is the New Londo Ruins. A very, very spooky place to be. And look, a giant fog wall. We are currently in a cave. But if you come talk to this guy...
Well, this is unusual. You haven't lost your head. And more importantly, you're free. How on earth... Well, I shouldn't pry. I'm Ricky of Vinay. I was once an established smith. Look at me now. Can you believe it?
Alright, come on.
Have you? Oh no. Don't worry. I've no intention of escape. It's safe here. Can't bear the thought of going hollow out there. Although, I must admit, not much to occupy myself. How about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what made me the best in Vinheim.
So I do believe here, yes, you can forge your weapon or reinforce your weapons, and in Dark Souls 1, you can actually reinforce your armor. You can also repair, purchase items, you know. This is if I was going magic, I'd go with these. And that's pretty much it. You find him just down here in this little area. This is Sparta moments. I love those. Just little, this is Sparta, and you kick him off the edges. I do the same thing in Dark Souls 3 with one of the little guys up there. Over here you can grab an item. You can grab the Estus. And if you continue on down this way, the whole reason I don't care about souls is... Item. Give me the item. Give me the item. There it is. Tainted Curse. Now the whole reason I am down here is to show y'all that. So around here, if you notice the blue flames, you will actually be getting hunted by a few ghosts. Now, like I said, it is actually preferred if you come down here when you have like minimal souls and all that, because if you're not good enough, you actually will die. So you just come on over here, grab the Firekeeper's soul, and roll off the edge. That is all you came here for, that is all you needed. Until you have to come back down here to progress the story. As I was saying, before my internet decided to fuck off, once you have the Firekeeper's soul, like I said, you don't have to worry about hollowing once you get here. You come on over here, talk to them, and you can reinforce your Estus flasks with the Firekeeper's soul. If you notice, mine are now +1. So, after you talk to that fella, you talk to them up there, you grab the humanities here. You can come on over this way, into this little area here, and grab some more souls, I believe. It's just down this little hallway here. Here you can grab fire bombs. Now, fire bombs aren't really useful right now, but then you're going to want to progress. You're going to want to make your way up here. The words are confusing sometimes. Go up here. You can murder these guys. You're going to want to be careful of the guy at the top. Ow. Because there is a guy up there that will throw firebombs at you, along with one behind him that will have an axe. You want to aggro this little feller here. There we go. So before we continue on down that ways, we're going to want to make our way up this way. To this feller. Now if you notice, there are moments I am good at parrying, there are moments I'm bad at parrying. It's really confusing, you know? But to show what adding stuff into Faith will do, this is how the healing works. It takes time, but it works well. Well, anyways, the whole reason I wanted to kill all those guys is so I could show you this. You can collect the soul of an undead here, but you gotta be somewhat good at this, not just jump over here. Jumping over here is the easy part. It's getting around here to where you can actually grab a ring. The Ring of Sacrifices is actually a neat little thing to where if you die, it breaks and you keep all your souls. There's the complicated part, is running and jumping back. once you get used to the whole jumping mechanic, it can be easy and all that kind of stuff, you know. It can be good. But then you can work your way back up here, up to here. Grab more souls. There is a lot of souls that you can collect here. Souls are important. Kill the rat. Thank you. More souls. Now this is where the fun can begin, somewhat. Once you get past there, that's like a little tutorial, you know, yada yada. Yes, the one that cannot be opened from this side just yet. I'm going to two-hand this real quick so I can deal slightly more damage. Now, as I usually do in Dark Souls 3, I'm just going to be showing y'all all the cool stuff that is around here. If that makes sense. There we go. Sorry for the brief silence. Sometimes I have to focus on what I'm doing. That item right down there is just rubbish. Literally, it is just called rubbish. I'm going to clear out the enemies here real quick. He loves to throw firebombs. Gonna just backstab him because his animation takes forever. And then you got this guy. How did I miss 3 parries in a row? What? Screw you. Dum dum. Look, I got a hollowed helm. I did not mean to use one of my Estus flasks, well. So, what I'm going to proceed to show y'all is the areas you can go. You know, as I did in Dark Souls 3, up until I don't know where I'm going. So here you got more lost souls. These hollows are actually the really easy ones to kill because, you know, they're just little hollows. You could explode them if you wish. You know, there's nothing to them. Now, your weapons will take durability damage the more you continue to hit like walls and whatnot. This is actually a nice little place to come because besides getting souls, it leads absolutely nowhere. Along with up here. Up here leads to nowhere, it's just a little place. You know, that's all. So we're going to want to continue our way on down this way. There will be nobody in this room, like usual, until you cross this bridge here. Smack. Down you go. Down you go. Why am I bad at parrying these little guys? Like, the heck? Y'all just saw, like I said, that's just full of rubbish. Y'all saw how good I was at parrying earlier. Why am I so terrible now? I don't know. But you're going to want to come up this way. You can grab the item at the end here, which is just more humanities. I remember there being a dog or something here at one point. I don't see no mutt. Weird. Go ahead and traverse the fog. Now there's another item just over here. Now it would seem like you can actually make the jump here, which you actually cannot. I have tried. Dragon! Correction, they call these dragons, but they're actually wyverns. Well, hello there. Thank you for choosing Miracle Express, where your faith is our issue, and we're here to send you where you need to be. Ow. Get away from there for just a second. Ow. I'm trying to show stuff. Screw off. If you go through here, you can actually find a better shield, which should be waiting right here. The wooden shield. And then up here is where you will go to fight him. The annoyance. There we go. Now, isn't there a way down from there? I know there's a way to get up there. Now, where was it? There's the ladder. Ah, yes. That's right. It is through... I remember it being through here at some point. For some reason. But where was it? Was it from down there? Yeah, no, I don't think it's from down there either. Then you got these guys up here. It is really easy to open them up for attack. You can kick them. Or you can parry them, you know. But parrying sometimes takes way too long. So kicking is a viable option. Now that you have plenty of souls, you got this guy that will jump out at you too. There we go. Ooh, item. No item. Dang. You got this guy over here that you can talk to.
Well, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
Everything is for sale here. You can buy repair powder, throwing knives, unlimited fire bombs. A lot of the stuff here is unlimited, but what we are actually wanting is this residence key. We're not wanting any of the other stuff here. Any of the other stuff here is not for us, except for maybe that reinforced club. And that reinforced club might do well. I will think about it. You can also buy the chainmail armor.
Thank you,
It's usually what I do when I start as the deprived. I will grind souls and then just buy the armor. Grinding souls honestly isn't that hard. As you can remember, these guys are fairly easy to kill, so I wouldn't really worry about them too much. Yes, I know I go silent a lot. It is just how I play the games. I'm trying to focus. Emphasis on focus, which is why I go silent. But what you're going to want to do is climb on up this ladder, and you can collect this here, which is just a bunch of throwing knives, which can be very useful once you progress up further. So you're going to want to run and jump, and I failed. Let me just get back to there real quick. Alrighty, and we're back here up at the jump. Let's go ahead and give this a second go. Whoop. There we go. That is the only way to make that jump. And really the only reason to do that jump is to make your way on up here to this, which is a crossbow and standard bolts. Now this was actually fairly needed if you're wanting another weapon that is only dropped by doing a certain action. There's a second weapon to this, and it is only dropped by taking a lot of weapons that you can collect are actually able to get from removing the tails and whatnot from other creatures. How long has this been going on for? 43 minutes? Bloody hell, 43 minutes I've been recording this. So we're going to go ahead and light this bonfire here. And go ahead and rest. We don't have enough souls due to buying the stuff to attune magic and whatnot. So now, come on little feller. Work your way up in here. Come on. There you is. Smackety schmack. And then we can also take care of this guy. Nope. Got it. Sometimes that guy will come up after you. Sometimes he won't. It just depends on how sneaky you're being. Like this. Now, a lot of the reasons why I said you can go with to grab the crossbow is because if you come on down here, can I wield it? That I can. These are arrows, and these are bolts. You're going to want to load up the standardized bolts real quick. I know there's a way to aim. I guess there's no way to aim the bolts. That is honestly good to know. So what the slight issue you're going to have is running through this. Typically, I'd have a bow and arrow to handle this situation a bit easier. There we go. So just kick him, do this, voila, and he's dead. Now if you notice, once I rested at Come on in here, you're gonna have a feller here. When I rested at the Grace, that's the name, the Grace. No, the Bonfire, because Graces are Elden Ring. Graces belong to Elden Ring, not Dark Souls. I am a dumb fuck. So, take a look at the chain real quick. Clear out where the chain is. If you notice the way the chain is looped like that, that is not a mimic. And something you can also tell is when you're standing here, if it is a mimic, sometimes you can see it breathe. Sometimes. But here we're going to get some more black fireballs and work our way this way. Now here comes the fun part. Is these fellers. Come on. Come here. Easiest way to handle them is kiting them away from each other. To where you only have one up here usually because of the fire bombs. You got like 4 different people throwing you fire bombs at this point, you know. It is just more so easier. Bloody hell, camera angle. Anyways, now that he is the only one here, throw the firebomb, backstab. Voila. Now, really the only thing up here is souls and more firebombs and whatnot. It's not really a necessity to come up here. It's only if you want more souls, more firebomb, more souls and whatnot, you know. Just stop hitting me. I'm trying to do a video. Dumbass. Sorry. I should not be saying that stuff. I'm a... do I really want to be a family-friendly YouTuber? Starting out, I need to be. I need to be nice and whatnot. But over here, we are going to use the residence key we bought from that old man. And we are going to come here. Now, the whole reason we are coming here is this. We are going to pick up some gold pine resin. Fun part about coming in here is once you do that, you can actually come on over here and kite up this feller here. Come on. I know you can come up further than that. There they are. Bloody hell. I gotta start using heal from this point forward because I might need my Estus flasks. So... But there's this annoyance up here that I usually want to take care of before you go fighting those guys. As you could tell, he will shoot at you. So we're gonna kite the next one over. Come on. And backstab. I've never actually gotten a backstab of that weird angle. But now we're gonna kite this up. He's gonna light it and pick it. Boom. And then come after us. Voila. Item. Longsword. We don't need the longsword. Now, this is how you get down to where Havel is. Havel is down there. Havel is consistent in all 3 Dark Souls as well, even though I've yet to find him in Dark Souls 1. Up here, I do believe if you hold these... Is it not this one? It is not this area. Okay. Is it up here that you can find it? There it is. You can actually find a crystal lizard, which gives you Titanite chunks and twinkling Titanite. Now, y'all know me. I usually show y'all a boss and then proceed to end it shortly after that. Here is the first boss arena. I will show you how to cheese this guy. Well, not really cheese, but the easiest way to beat him. It's not that hard, but there are ways you can do it that are somewhat easier. Don't shoot arrows at me. You will want to come up here and take care of these guys first, because If you do not, they will shoot you as you are fighting the boss. Now, something you are going to want to do is, hopefully you have enough stamina to do this, is you're going to run over here, there he is, and he's going to come running after you. Ah, that is amazing music for Dark Souls 1. So you're going to want to make your way up here. Now, mind you, I am working with a +0 weapon, right? Run to the edge, and drop. And then you're going to want to kite him back this way. Come on. There it is. Do these work on you? Oh, I think I didn't look that entirely. Yes, these actually do take a chunk of your health as well. That is good to know. Usually I just do the whole repeated drop thing, which is a bit eh. But if you beat him for the first try, it means you also get a weapon from him. We're gonna go ahead and remove that. Nope, you just get a homeward bones and whatnot. So now we're going to make our way this way. There should be another lizard around here somewhere, I believe. I don't exactly remember where. I think it's in this room. It is over here, I believe. See that slight glow there? Lizard. Oh, no lizard. Item, I guess. I remember there being a lizard here, though. I guess not. Oh well. But you can make your way on over this way, and lo and behold, soul air. Praise the sun.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time. Oh, aha. I have a proposition, if you have a moment. The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Yes, I will help him.
This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this. We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
And that is welcome to Solar.
Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
I do believe you learn a new gesture from him,
Hello
don't you?
there. The sun, if only...
No, you do not. Alright. So, as y'all know, I typically end my videos at a wonderful spot such as this. Well, this is going to be it for this episode of Ghoul's Journey. If you enjoyed, feel free to stick around and see where we end up next. Until then, keep your Estus close, don't you dare go hollow, and remember, coffee is better than tea. I will see y'all in the next one.